everyone, welcome to Backstory Sessions. I'm your host Matt. We hope you enjoy this episode.
Hey everybody, it's Pat, and I want to welcome you to this episode of Backstory Sessions. I'm joined today by my co-host Matt. Hey Matt.
Hey Kat, hey everyone, how are you?
It's the most wonderful time of the year, they say.
Yeah, shopping.
Shopping, exactly. Black Friday is upon us, and we are going to share some of the, great things that people might want to purchase on Black Friday.
Yep, I hope you got a good list. I have a couple.
Well, this year I have gone a little bit more on the low budget. Because it's been economically, a lot of people have struggled this year. And I've noticed, prices have gone way up on everything. So, unlike last year when I was, putting $25,000 beds or whatever on the list, this year it's a very, the price point is very much lower this year. How about your list?
I wouldn't say so low, but there are a couple things that are affordable. Maybe.
How low can you go? Like the limbo. Yeah, it's the limbo, right? Where you go under the stick and...
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but you know how my mind works.
Yep.
So, all right. What's your first item?
No, you go first. Ladies first.
All right. Well, I have so many good things here. I am going to go for the low practical on this first one.
Okay.
Would not think probably that this would be on my list because I didn't really think it. But it is a desktop vacuum cleaner.
A desktop vacuum cleaner. Okay.
Yeah. And there's a lot of those handheld vacuum cleaners.
Yeah.
But this is I don't know what it would be the size of exactly, like a pencil sharpener kind of apparatus thing, like back in the day, your pencil sharpener. I mean, it's kind of about that size. And it sits on your desk, and I think so. It's 62% off right now if you buy it on Amazon. I get that for only, guess how much?
$3. I don't know.
$10.
Oh well, there you go.
Yeah. If you buy it at Walmart right now, it's $32.
Wow.
But I find lots of times that, just on my desk, I don't even know, where the, just little, I don't know, crumbs or dirt or, just
Yep.
lint or, whatever. It's just, the desk needs to be clean.
Cat hair.
And I thought how handy this would be because you don't have to, go get the vacuum cleaner or if it's on a charger or whatever. It's right there. And I just thought how that would make a great gift, a stocking stuffer, a nice gift for pretty much anyone, I think, especially if you have an office or that kind of thing.
Yep, there you go. So does it come with all the attachments and things like that?
You could probably put it in your car or your purse, maybe when you went to the restaurant. The table wasn't exactly that clean. You
Alrighty.
pull out your little, Christmas present vacuum cleaner and get a
Yeah,
job there. Who knows?
that would be a good application for it.
Exactly. Hey, you might could even sell some. Be like, I noticed your
Door to door, maybe.
tables are a little bit. Let me demonstrate.
Yeah.
Oh, did you ever have like the rainbow back people or whatever come and demonstrate their vacuum?
No, not that I don't. It doesn't even sound familiar.
Well, they'll suck your pillows and everything like right up. It takes the air like
Mm-hmm.
makes it like, and of course I'm sure that's just for like show. But when they show you the water at the end and all that, it's like you think everything's pretty clean, and then they show you that and it isn't. So it could be something like that, only in a restaurant. So for $10, people go to Amazon, desktop vacuum cleaner.
There you go. All right, so my first one is, because I live here in Pennsylvania and it's pretty cold now. I mean, not, I think it was probably 40 something today, maybe. um, I was thinking, I spend a fair amount of time walking to work. It takes me 10 minutes to get there and 10 minutes back. And then I spend time outside. So I'm going to go with a heated jacket. So this jacket has heat in the back, the chest, and the pockets. It has a battery that it's a rechargeable battery that you can put in it. And it lasts for about 12 hours, has 3 different heat settings, and it's made by Milwaukee, which is a company that makes power tools and cordless tools and things like that. And it's available at Home Depot for $200.
Wow. My
Yeah.
God. So how long does it take to heat up?
It's pretty fast. I wouldn't say it's instantaneous, but I mean it should take less than a minute, I would think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you had a similar kind of
Um,
jacket before?
I've had like heated socks, I think, at one point that had like a little 9-volt battery that the little square battery that you put in a little pocket and, you know, hooked it up, and those got warm. But yeah, I've never had like a heated jacket, so thought it would be interesting.
So what does it look like? I mean, just like a regular jacket, or do you look like a waffle iron?
No, no, it's just a regular jacket. So they sell a couple different styles, like a regular, maybe like a, I don't know what you would call it, like a bomber jacket or whatever. And then they have like hoodies and a couple different styles.
So when you do you can wash them or dry clean them,
Oh
or
yeah, you can wash them. I mean, you got to take the battery out, I assume.
yeah, I was curious about that. Like, well,
Yeah.
$200, that's pretty reasonable for a heater too,
Yeah, I mean, you could practically live in it all winter.
Yeah, well, and you might,
Sure.
Temp-
You buy that and a couple batteries, and you'd be good till spring.
Well, that's certainly, they say this is going to be a colder, like more snowy winter.
Yep.
So I expect that this would be a great time to buy that, because you won't be able to find one once the snow starts.
That's right. Just like a snow shovel.
Exactly. And get all of that stuff now. So
Yep.
that's nice. Okay, so my next gift is I think is a great idea, and some gifts like I think would be great gifts, but they wouldn't necessarily be something I would like. But I would really like this one. Um, so this is chat books, and you would buy this online, and actually, they do have gift cards, so you can buy someone a gift card for this.
Hmm.
But it's a subscription if you want it to be, or you can just purchase one or a series. But they're books that every month you get 30 photos from your phone. So this is, very easy to make your book. So you just take your 30 favorite photos or whatever, and you get a hardcover book um, for
Hmm.
that month. And the next month, like if you get the subscriptions, it's about $10 a month. Um, the next month you would get another book and 30 more photos that you can, make another book. So I think like this is a really, I take a lot of pictures. Um,
Yeah.
so, I could see like easily like I'd be spending like the whole month thinking, which 30 am I gonna put in this month's book or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
And you can they have different templates and covers and all of that. So this would make a great gift for someone with children. So they could document like this is what little Johnny looked like at, 2 months old or two
Right.
years old or whatever. 2 years and 1 month old, whatever.
Well, I mean, you could, in theory, you could take a picture a day and just, keep doing it over and over again. And
That is a great idea. It could be your picture of the day. And so every day, then you'd be looking, for opportunities to
yep.
photos, and then you decide which one to keep. That would make, and I would call that like my beautiful year, And then, um, at the end of the year, you can look back on your year, and it makes the new year like a whole lot easier. When we do that episode, and we're always like, was that this year or like
Right. Yeah.
when was that? It would also make, had we known about it before, it would have made a great podcast gift too, because we could have done, our guest every week,
Yep.
and we would have had enough, to make a book like for every month that we've done the podcast. So I can't really see any downside to this because $10 is very reasonable. It will free up some space too on your phone
Yeah.
because, like, I probably have almost 15,000 photos.
Oh,
You
I
know,
have just a thing for you then.
okay.
I saw it at Sharper Image. It's a little, um, like a jump drive that you plug into the bottom of your phone, and then you go to the app and you say download or whatever, and it downloads all your pictures onto a drive.
Wow.
Yeah, and a 64 gig drive will hold about 16,000 photos. And I think the price is
So,
like $30 or something like that.
wow, that would be great. And
Yeah,
the phone would be like, oh my gosh, what has
I
happened?
know. You need that.
Yes, I do. That would be a great gift. See? Like how one, so, okay, so, buy someone the chat book subscription and that, and that's kind of like a backup if the, house catches on fire and you're
Right.
like,
Yeah.
look for it up or whatever. Not saying it would, but, in case.
So you could put it, in the safe deposit box or what?
Yeah, don't never put both of them in the same place.
Right. Yes.
Like that's just like putting all your eggs in one
Right.
basket.
Ship it
Like,
to a friend or something.
exactly.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
So my next one, you remember I recently went to India and traveled through Germany. I was in Munich and Frankfurt. Uh, you know, I believe next month I'm going to Canada. So I think that a good gift would be a language translator. I know that people use like Google Translate and some of the other things and stuff, but this is a little handheld device that transfers um, like English to over 43 different languages. And it'll also, if you're having a conversation with someone, it'll listen to what they say and then translate it to, your language, and you can sort of have a conversation back and forth. And then it'll also take picture. You can like take pictures. Here we go with pictures again. Take a picture of a sign and or point it at a sign, and it'll translate what the sign says from whatever language it's written in to your, I guess English in our case. But it'll do other ones as well. So they have them. They range in price from, I would say, like $50 up to around 400 or 500, depending on how many languages you wanted to have available to you. I know there's one that does like over 180, and that's probably on the higher end. So, but thought that would be an interesting gift for someone who traveled a lot.
that is quite interesting. I especially like that. It could listen to the person speaking and go ahead and translate that so you could read and know what was being said, and then you could respond back
Yep.
and have that conversation. I mean, have you had a conversation before in any manner, like where you're trying to use a translator, like on your phone or whatever?
No, I went to Ukraine a while back, and I had a translator. So, someone who I paid to be there to translate. So,
So how did that work? Like, I mean, you're having a conversation and you say your whatever, and then the translator has to tell them, and
yes.
then
Yeah, that's how it worked. It was like $20 an hour or something like that. So,
yeah.
but if I had this translator, I wouldn't need them. I would have saved myself, $60 or whatever it was. So,
So do you have to like, does it work on like some kind of subscription plan, or
no,
is
it's
it
just
the internet thing?
no. There's it's like an almost like Google Translate is built into it, and I mean, I guess they use their own translating program, but
Yeah.
yeah, you don't pay for that. You just pay the price for the unit, and then it has a lot of stuff built into it, and then it also has web connectivity, and you can download different language packs, and for different things like more business oriented or travel or that sort of thing. So
Well, certainly that would be a good gift. And what is this called?
well, I mean, basically, it's a language translator. There's a number of them out there. As I said, they range in price from 50 to $500 based on how many different features it has, I guess.
Well, that's pretty cool. I know we have a lot of people in our backstory sessions group on Facebook that that are in different countries or do travel a lot. So I'd be curious to see if they have used that, and how it might have worked out, but
Yep.
it's pretty cool to me.
Yep. There you go.
Okay, well, my next one, I'm not like when I first saw it, I was like, oh, that is really like very cool, and I think that is a really great idea. Um, but I don't know. I feel like the price is a bit high, if I'm being honest about that.
Okay.
But still, um, it serves a purpose, and I think some people in the listening audience will appreciate it. So it's called Love Link lamps. So it's um, so you can buy two or three. I think the most I saw was like a set of group of three that you could purchase. But they look. You can get round ones, rectangular ones. They have different shapes, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So what style is, they have different lamps, and so you buy these and you send one to whomever that you're missing or whatever,
Right.
and so they have it and you have it, and like you each have one, and so you can make their lamp flash, like pink or blue or green or whatever color.
Okay.
And that would mean like I'm thinking of you, um or I'm mad at you, or whatever. Like, I guess it's kind of like a mood ring or something of a
Right.
whatever. But you would be able to, like, you'd just be sitting there like doing the podcast, and then all of a sudden your light would start blinking, and you would know, like, someone's sending you a secret message of whatever that may be, based on the color or whatever. Um, so is that creepy or is that sweet? Or
I'm gonna
I
go
mean,
with creepy.
it could be startling, right, in a way.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, I'd be like, okay, is there a spirit and a ghost or something in here? I mean, obviously, if you knew it already, then I, I guess before I say what the price is, I guess I'm thinking, why not just text someone and say, I was thinking of you, or I'm
Right.
mad at you, or whatever. I mean, I don't really. I guess it's just another way to, like, like a sign, something. Just
Sure.
another way that someone could let you know, like, okay, you know, three purple,
Yes,
you
you
know,
can work out all kinds of codes and stuff.
yeah, and you could even, like, you could have lots of jokes and inside,
Yeah.
things. So it'd be fun in some ways, but I could see like a comedy skit even of being like, if you forget, like with us, I know, like, we hardly remember things. Um, so what, if you forgot, like, or got your colors or whatever mixed up, and you could be sitting, like, you might be needing that translator,
Yeah.
like, what did purple mean?
Right. Yeah. I'll have to get a cheat sheet or something.
Yeah. So, you want to guess the price before I tell that?
$59.99
Yeah, you wish. Well, they start at $194.95.
for two.
Yeah, that is for two. It said two.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a
Um,
bit pricey.
that's what I was thinking, is that I do think it's like a little bit too much there.
Yeah, that seems a bit overpriced for what it is. I mean, uh, a phone plan is only $20 a month or whatever. So.
Right, and like with emojis or whatever. I mean, just like text somebody,
Right.
if like set up secret codes or whatever, but or make their phone like ring.
Yeah.
Like if I call you like 5 times and hang up, that means this,
Right.
or
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyways, I mean, like I said, it had a little bit of a sweetness to it. I think probably though, like for younger, like you know, like
Sure.
I could see like a grandchild, and a grandparent, that might be a really cool thing.
Yeah, because the grandparents are notoriously bad at texting. So.
And then the child would probably be like, oh, like it
Yeah.
would they would not be like thinking there's a spirit in the house and all that, probably.
Probably not.
Yeah, so it does have its place and all that, but I don't know. Again, it's an interesting gift, and obviously there's a market for it, and so I put that on my list for just to throw out there for whoever might think that they need it.
Alrighty. Well, next on my list, so you remember recently we did the St. Augustine Lighthouse episode.
Yes.
Yeah, so they have a program where you can buy a brick at the lighthouse, and so they have a bunch of different ones, and you can personalize them, put any message really you want on them. They have a couple different sizes, and I think once a year they place them in like they get so many of them, and then like in the spring they'll place them in the path from leading up to the lighthouse or whatever. So they start at like $200 for a brick, and then you actually can go up to $3,000 for a bench that sits alongside the pathway, and it'll have a plaque on it, and people who come and visit can see your brick or sit on your bench. So,
Wow.
yeah, I thought that was a pretty cool thing. I remember you were telling me you had the one at KFC, so that's where I got the idea for the lighthouse brick.
Yes, I do. They're in the KFC courtyard in Corbin, Kentucky.
There you go.
I did win a brick with my name on it, and it's untelling how many people have like stood
Stepped
on
on
my.
it?
So I don't know. Is that supposed to make me feel like happy or sad? Like I need those lamps for you to like send me the secret code and tell me like
Yeah, yeah.
how am I supposed to feel right now?
Well, so anyway, I just thought you could put all, I don't know, some sappy message on a brick and have it installed at the St. Augustine Lighthouse.
Well, and also, this is better than like you can buy people stars and stuff like that too.
Right, yeah.
But I'm always like, okay, well, sure, like which star is mine?
Yeah, sell the same one 20 times.
Yeah. But you could also like follow up on that and take the person to the lighthouse.
There you go. Yeah.
And walk all over till you find the brick or whatever.
Yeah.
And if it's not there, then be like, okay.
Yeah, I think there's a couple different pathways that they have that they're selling bricks for, but and the price, I guess, is dependent on where it is on the property. So, there's a couple different price points, but it starts at around $200.
Well, I think that's very sweet. And, I think it would be really cool to, like, spend the day just reading the messages and that kind of thing and trying
Mm-hmm.
to, write the stories, like the backstory. I guess that's what we should do. We should have done an episode, where we like figure out what the story is by the bricks or
Yeah.
whatever.
There you go.
It's actually a pretty cool idea. So you just never know what's gonna,
That's
come.
true.
I mean, so I can't really just like, I know we're like supposed to be winding down, but there's some cool things out there, and this one is sweet and sentimental, and I think it's still a good gift. It's called "I Wrote a Book About You."
Mm-hmm.
I could put like "I wrote a play about you," but,
Yeah.
wouldn't even need this, but
That's right.
so it is you buy this book. It appears to be like a hardcover book as well. Kind of looks like a record, actually. At first, I thought it was like a record album, but it's a book, and so it has like sentences and then blanks that you fill in. So I wrote a book about you is really like I filled in some blanks, about you. Um, but it's you really, what's the difference?
What? So is it meant to be like funny stuff, or is it like you can answer it however you want, or?
I think you could probably make it funny, or you could, make it sentimental, or
You can make it like a Mad Lib.
I think like you could like probably mark out like I personally could like if I did this book for you, it would have arrows and I'd be like
Yes. Yes.
marking some words, circling some others, drawing an
Yeah.
arrow, writing a sentence up the margin of my own that you couldn't read.
Cross it out.
you know, go to the next page,
Right.
road map or something.
Yeah.
But I mean, for people that are not wordsmiths like we are,
Right.
um, but still want to like express something. Maybe they just have trouble, like expressing their thoughts or feelings, like a lot of people do.
Mm.
Uh, it's a good gift, and also for the receiver, um, oftentimes, like I think usually like who loves you and who doesn't like you, and like you usually have a feeling, but sometimes like there's things about you that people point out to you that you never would have guessed that that they liked about you or thought of even. So
Right.
I think just for that, and even again to go back to the grandparents kind of thing, like they could write one for their grandchild or vice versa. Their child, the young child, could fill that in, and it just would be really nice. Just think about if your parent or grandparent had made a book for you, and you could open it up and always know what they thought of you at that time. Um, hopefully that was good thoughts. Yeah.
Ideally, yes.
Yeah. Because I guess it could go either way. I wrote a book about you could be like, you know, but who really, well, I don't know, certainly like would spend money, to just like be mean, but I'm not even gonna ask that because um
Uh,
this is like $14-15 at Amazon. So that is a good, like, people will think that you spend a bit more, and also it requires your thought and time, and that's kind of like the best of a gift, like
yeah.
it's personalized for you. Someone actually put thought and time into, into it. So that's what is better than a gift card.
Well, as they say, it's the thought that counts.
Yeah. And in this case, you get a whole book of that.
There you go. All right, my next one is Christmas is over. Everybody, well, it's not over yet, but when Christmas is over and you're heading towards New Year's, everybody does the same thing. What do?
Like, look back over the year and
what else do they do?
Um, like go to New Year's Eve party, make
Yeah.
make a resolution.
There you go. Resolution. What is the most popular resolution every year?
Probably lose weight.
Yep. So my next gift is in that vein. It would be the Bowflex Select-Tech 552 adjustable dumbbells. Have you seen these things?
I believe I have. I was just going to say, that rings a dumbbell.
So they're a set of dumbbells that there's a dial on the end of them, and you can select what weight you want. I believe it starts at 5 pounds and goes up to 52 for each one. And so, you could use those to get in shape after you've been through the holidays and, have made that resolution to get in shape.
Fly pie.
Yeah, you've overindulged in too much turkey or desserts or, Christmas cookies or what have you. Eggnog, maybe. And, so you can use those in your fitness quest, which always begins on January 1st and lasts till about January 3rd, maybe. And then they collect dust until you get tired of tripping over them and you send them to the Goodwill.
Yeah, except for you're like, oh my gosh, who wants to carry all this?
Right, yeah.
What was I thinking?
Right, so you put them on Facebook Marketplace and, local pickup only.
Yes, you must come and,
Right.
take all of them.
Right.
Well, that is cool. I mean, it's another marketing gimmick to get you to hopefully embrace health, for a little bit longer.
Yeah. So I just wanted to add they're a little pricey. They're $400 on Amazon, but if you look around, you might be able to get them cheaper. Like if you look on Marketplace, you might be able to find them for $50 from the people who are trying to get rid of them.
So, how many do you get now for this?
You get 2 dumbbells, but they're adjustable from 5 to 52 pounds. So, you potentially have, I don't know what the increments are, maybe 5 pounds each. So, you get, there's quite a selection.
Well, so it is a space saver, obviously.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And that is a big thing with weight. So,
Yep.
people are always like, that takes up so much room. And probably you're not going to how you have to have somebody there when you're with the bar and all that.
Yeah. Well, these are dumbbells. You don't need that.
Yeah. So
you got to worry about dropping on your foot.
Yeah. Well, you could do some damage to your wall or something.
Yeah, true.
Break your TV.
Yeah.
You'd have to be aware of your surroundings always in the exercise world.
Yeah.
But you could see progress. That would be one great way to see progress. Like if you could only lift 5 pounds, for however long,
Yep.
and then if you kept with it, maybe in a month you could lift, 10 pounds or
15
whatever.
maybe.
I mean, it would definitely be a good way to see how you were progressing.
Yep.
So,
there you go.
yeah, I mean, it's pricey, but, maybe
Can you really put a price on health, Kat?
Well, I would suggest you probably join a gym membership, like join the gym and if you're going to like make it through a month or something.
But then you gotta go to the gym. That's the problem.
And you could do this at home. Like you could put your heated jacket on,
That's right. Yes.
And just go outside on your porch and
there you go.
And you wouldn't even need the heated jacket after you got with it a little bit.
Yep, that's true.
Potentially. So, well, okay. So, this next thing, you probably have seen them, but I don't know. Like, it just, when I saw it, I was just like, I just have to put that on the show because it's really cute. So it's from Bedroom Designs, and it is a beanbag bed, but it has a built-in pillow and blanket.
Beanbag bed.
Yeah, so it's pretty long, almost like a twin-size bed.
Okay.
Only it's a beanbag bed, so it's like it almost looks like the inflatable ones, like
right.
It's a bit taller than that. So it looks like it would be filled, with air, but it's obviously a beanbag.
Right.
And it's got like a really comfortable looking material that covers it. So it just looks like it'd be really snuggly.
Mm-hmm.
And the pillow is there already, and it also looks snuggly. And then you don't have to worry about like going to find some cover of some kind because it's just built in. It's like attached. Like a sleeping bag only so it'd be like if your cover was sewed to one side of the bed, I guess. And then you just like flip it over on you with your pillows there and you just like snuggle with that material and just
And what's it called?
It is called a beanbag bed from Bedroom Designs.
Okay.
They have like a lot of different colors and styles, but it looks to be like, now if you were super tall, I don't know, your feet or something would probably hang over.
Right.
But it does look to be like, I would say if you were 6 foot, it looks to me like you could be okay. So, I don't know. It just caught my attention because it just makes you, well, I mean, in some ways it could look like a coffin or, like a
a coffin?
like the one he comes out of or whatever.
Right, yeah.
So, but if you take that part out of your mind, it looked, when I first looked at it, it looked very like appealing to me, and like I could maybe go to sleep. So. And
how much are these wondrous beanbag beds?
So they are different prices, and it looks like they're going to start about $300 and go up. So,
okay.
But I mean, as you were saying about the price on health, you can't put a price on good sleep either. Now, I mean, I don't know. These could be like, how beanbag chairs are. Like,
yeah.
You might like
roll off easy.
Alex to the floor.
Yeah.
So, a little disclaimer there: we cannot be responsible.
That's right.
Fall out. We're not saying to buy this.
Right.
It is a product out there. So.
Yeah, I'm looking on Wayfair right now, and they have different sizes. They look pretty big. I mean.
Yeah, this one looks pretty big too. And some, can you see like the coffin aspect of it? I mean,
Kinda, I guess.
yeah, like a little, a little weird there. But does that have the cover attached and
No,
everything?
this one doesn't. So
Okay, well, you'll get a kick out of this one then.
I guess
It's
that's why it's only $122.
Oh yes, because now I don't know how the cover. You would have to wash it, obviously.
Right.
So I don't know how that works, but and then
Well, the
like
the cover is $65 for this one.
okay, well, and then the pillow on top of that,
Yeah.
yeah. So
I don't know. I mean, there's the beanbag sofa, beanbag chair. I'm not
it's
seeing.
really interesting beanbag. When I was looking, I was like, wow, they've come a long ways from the
Yeah. I mean, there's some pretty cool ones.
exactly. You start looking at that stuff, you'll be like, this podcast will be over in
That's right. I'm sucked in here, so
yeah.
I just don't know where I'd put it.
I was thinking that exact same thing. I was like, well, you don't need it in the bedroom. You don't need it in the living room, really. I mean,
Right.
where would you put it? I mean, maybe by those weights that
Well, that's a possibility.
exactly. So, well, that was, pretty good item I come up with there, I think. So,
Yeah. Well, I'm really interested in getting one of these now.
yeah, well, I'm, going to be sharing with the listeners so they'll be able to see what it looks like. So,
Cool.
yeah.
All right. Do you have any others? Any other gifts that you want to throw out there?
So I have one more, and it's very like specialized in that only some people would probably buy it, or even appreciate it. Well, I have two
Well,
actually,
I
but
mean, it's a certain type of person that's going to go for the beanbag bed, I would say.
yes, that is true.
So,
Well, these are like even more specialized, I think, but a lot cheaper. So
okay.
there. It is a lightsaber chopsticks.
No, I saw those.
Yeah, is that not like the coolest thing?
Yeah, that's kind of neat.
I mean, I'm not good with chopsticks, as you can imagine,
Me
but
either.
still, like I would be like doing the Star Wars theme song,
Right.
like trying to pick up something to eat. But
I
they
just
like
end up stabbing it.
they're cute, I mean, if you are trying to like teach your child to eat with chopsticks,
Yeah,
they're like like the big crayons.
there you go.
How you start out with those. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah. Or you could have like a Star Wars, rice party or
yeah. Star Wars Chinese food party or something.
yeah, bring your own lightsabers.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So, oh, and did I say how much they were?
No, you didn't.
Okay, $11 at
For a
Amazon.
pair?
So, I mean, now that is a great stocking stuffer. And if you are a Star Wars fan, that is something you need in your collection, whether you eat rice or, any of that.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder what they would say if you showed up with those at a Chinese restaurant.
I mean, I think they could be offended, possibly, but
Maybe.
yeah, and once they saw like all the attention that people
Yeah,
would,
that's right.
they'd be like getting them some more in there because like how many people just don't like get that because they can't eat with chopsticks. They're not gonna, how embarrassing, like just embarrass yourself to try to do
That's
it,
right. There you go.
get food all over you, and
Yeah.
then you're mad about that. So
Yeah.
yeah, So, you know, I'm just gonna say I think that's really good.
All right. What was the other one you had? You said
I
there were
actually
two.
have two more if we have time.
All right. Go ahead.
Do you have any more?
No, I had one more, but I'm not gonna use that one.
Why is it bad?
No, no, just
Oh, okay. Well, all right. This one is a 12-inch screen magnifier for your smartphone.
Oh yeah. Need that.
And I think that is like very handy.
Yep.
I would like to have that, because you can like watch videos and, things that you need to like a lot better. And
Yep.
what I like about it is like you don't have to hook up, like all this stuff. You just like lean it against the little thing and it projects right onto the other thing.
Okay. That's clear as mud.
Yeah, well, it's only 12 inches, the screen is 12 inches and
Right.
it has like a little round cylinder, like, cylinder. And you just lean your smartphone against it and
Oh, I
it,
see. Yeah.
yeah, and it projects right into the 12-inch magnifier screen, which is like on a little easel kind of thing.
Yep.
So, yeah, you say that's not a good description.
Yeah.
A picture also or something.
Right. You're gonna have to post a picture of that one.
Yes, if my words did not do it for you,
Right.
like close your eyes and see it, and you will see the photo.
Yeah,
And
there you go.
have those lightsaber chopsticks too.
Yep, need
Here's
those.
my last one. Now, okay, so I don't really see this as like. I mean, this is like it's like one of those gifts the person will probably be like, "Oh, you're so sweet," blah blah blah. But really, it's more like, okay, you really. I would say stay away from the people that buy you this gift. However, not everybody is like, it. So what it is, it's a scratch off. Like we like lottery tickets.
Right,
But
yeah.
yeah, it's not. It's a poster. And so it has like 100 circles on it.
Okay.
So like I don't know how often you would do it, but so somebody sends it to you and you scratch it off and it has an idea for a date. For something to do.
Mm-hmm.
So you could like go to a concert.
Okay.
A pottery class. These are some examples of what it says, a museum. So I'm pretty much thinking like, if you can't think of those on your own.
Yeah. Well, some people like to leave it up to fate.
Like there is the random like, it's at least somebody would, so I think the thing of it is at least someone saying like, I'd like to do 100 things with you.
Right.
So that's sweet. And so for that reason, I did put it on my list.
All right.
But, for the other reason, I would say you should be able to think of those on your own.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So, all right. That's pretty much my Christmas ideas this year.
All right. Well, I think that's a pretty good list. I mean, nothing.
I think so too. I think we did really well.
Yeah, I mean, a couple. I think we had a lot of good ideas. The lightsaber chopsticks. The heated jacket. I think all those are great ideas.
Yeah, and most of them on a budget, like really pretty affordable, except the love lights.
Yeah, but we think those are overpriced. So
just text somebody. So we're probably the sponsorship from the Love Light company.
I'm guessing they won't be contacting us anytime soon.
Oh, Well, that's good, because if they did, they'd contact us by our lights.
Right, yeah.
Start flickering her, and I'd be like, "What are you trying to say?"
Right, yeah.
Who are you?
They're flashing red.
I'd be like, "Oh, I know who you are now."
Right. Oh, yeah. Now I understand.
That's Debbie Ann.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. So it's always fun to like just look at what's out there, and
Yeah.
really.
So I'd be interested in hearing what what interesting gifts our listeners have come across that they.
Yeah, I think they should share that, and if you get any of these gifts, like if you get them as a present, or if you buy one of them,
Yeah, you gotta let us know.
yeah, I'd like to, unless it's a bad experience, and well,
Right. Yeah. And if you buy those flashing lights, you gotta let us know about that and
yeah, the secret.
yeah, how it works. So.
Well, I do think the lighthouse thing, the more I think of that, that's, that is really very sappy and sweet. And it's better, like, okay, do you want that brick? Or,
Yeah.
Or do you want this calendar?
Right. Would you like the brick near the dumpster or near the facing the ocean?
Oh my gosh. Do you get a choice?
Well, I mean, no, probably not, but
yeah, well, like they write the right thing, it could probably even be any place.
There you go. Yeah.
But what do I know?
All right. Well, on that note, we will let everyone go do their shopping.
Oh, and no fighting, please.
Right. Yeah. Try not to hurt anyone. That's the.
There's enough lightsaber, chopsticks to go around.
Yeah. I'm thinking, they're probably gonna sell out, but I'm sure if you search, you'll be able to find some somewhere.
They're the hot item for sure this year.
I did see them on Sharper Image, and
Yeah, I mean, I would not have chosen them if they weren't,
Yeah.
You can't tell me for.
That's right, because you all the Chinese food that you eat, you might need those. Just saying.
Not the chopsticks. We can guarantee that I'm not eating it with chopsticks.
Well, I mean, you don't have to, use the chopsticks as intended. You could just stab the food with them, like the fork.
Yeah, like may the force be with you.
There you go. All
like,
right. Well.
Like, at the people as they come in, I could be like a new job, like a greeter. May the force be with you.
All right.
Live
there you go. Lord. All right. On that note, we're gonna end this podcast. We'll talk to y'all soon. Take care. As always, if you have any questions, concerns, or comments, you can send those to Kat at iWritePlays@outlook.com, or you can write to me at backstorysessions@gmail.com or matt@level11ventures.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.